question I have is in Morocco, because we are interview a lot of people from all over Europe and some US, but you are the first African one. So the first un, uh, informal question is, how is going in Morocco?
Well, hi, Giulio. It's really good to see you, my friend. In this weird period, you know, when you catch someone, you see like a face of a friend, it's already warming the situation, you know. How is it going in Morocco? Well, as we were kind of discussing a little bit before, because we always introduce before the video, but as what happens in Morocco is that we took the problem very seriously from the beginning. I mean, when I mean the beginning, it's just right before it started, you know, not when it started in China, of course, because nobody saw this wave coming to Europe this way and then just spreading all over the world. But when it started to get very bad in Italy, if you take the difference of France, for example, when they saw what happening in Italy, they did not react as fast as they should have done. You know, that way you realize when you're an African that Europe is not that strong, you know, when it means taking decisions very fast. Mm-hmm. Our luck is that we have like our king, Mohammed VI, God bless him. He is responsible of taking the big decisions and making it happen. So we can take very quick decisions without having a lot of process behind. So when it was seen that it was very hard coming to Africa, we decided to take all the measures, like all the necessary measures. The shutdown was very quickly made. A lot of help was made already for people. A lot of money were giving for people who were losing their jobs. People like me who are entrepreneurs, there is like a credit with 0 rate. With 1 year lapse, then you can pay it for like 3 years of $1,500 was already given. So I'd say the general situation, economically and politically, was very well managed in Morocco. And this is not like something I tell you because I'm Moroccan. Huh? This is something you can read. Because, you know, we African, we always say our countries, I'd say Mediterranean, because Italian are the same, you know. We always say our country is the best, our decisions are the best. But sincerely, Morocco took the right decisions at the right moment. And this is something you can fast track also. And we believe that we can be a good example for all the other African countries. So that's why we are creating processes that can be a pattern for the other countries to go fast in recovery.
And Nizzar, and talking personally about your life, how has changed your life, your work life, or your private life? It is up to you to answer. During the last 40 days.
Here's the thing: it's really amazingly good to try to understand what happens around you, but it's even better to try to understand what happens inside you. You know, when we heard stay at home, I deeply embrace this moment as staying at home, like staying with myself. You know, it is a process that I already started as a auto entrepreneur, as we say, because I already started working home-based, having time with my son, and this is a process that I already started. So that for me was not a big deal.
How your work has changed in the last?
How my work has changed in the last 14 days. Okay, here's the truth. It didn't change. I mean, I lost a lot of clients, of course, because we are in a touristic city here in Marrakesh, and a lot of my clients leave from tourists, you know, so they had to stop the contract until we understand what is happening. So I lost a lot of clients, but I'd say the way I work didn't change too much because I'm an auto entrepreneur. So I already had made the move of building this way of working from home. It was a personal choice because I wanted to spend time with my son, etc., and having time for me. this is the way I am. So I already started this pattern, it was already created. So it didn't change in the way of working, but it definitely changed in the way of how many clients I have. So I had to find a creative way to find new customers, and I had to find a creative way to think how people would buy my services tomorrow. So that's the way it changed my work, I'd say.
And let's say that I have a magic stick and I can fix all the COVID-19 problem all over the world tomorrow. From these changes that you had in your work, you want to keep some one of these changes, or you want to return to your previous life?
Okay, I'd definitely go for no COVID, of course. I'd definitely go for that. For the losses, for all these people that lost their families, etc., you would definitely go for this. But what we've learned through the process, I think there are a lot of things that we can keep up as a person. In the workspace, I would just speak about the workspace, not the personal area yet, but in the workspace, what I would keep is this mindset of trying to create new pipes, to create new ways of discussing with people, to create new ways of communicating with people, and this process of having more empathy. Because in a situation like that, you cannot communicate the same way as you were communicating yesterday, which was very aggressive, which was very unsafe and disrespectful for people. We were communicating to people like they were a machine, like they were a code. But when this happened, you cannot communicate the same way. And you just realize that a lot of ways are collapsing. All these beautiful people going to the beach and lying about what they are truly living at this right moment, they are now empty. They have nothing to say. So what's going on is that people, if they have nothing to say, they should, excuse me the term, shut up. And that's what I learned. If you have nothing to say, respect people around you and shut up. But create, think, and have empathy and try to understand what they want to hear. And I want to keep this. I want to keep this mindset.
So you mean that your scale of value has changed during this time? Many people has talked to me that they rediscovered the value of the family. Other people say, I rediscovered the value of the friendship. Or the other people say, I don't want to keep anything. I have not changed my scale of value. In your case?
I had this discussion a lot of times with friends, This is a discussion we have with family and friends. And I'd say it's good for people that had their scale of value changed because of that. But it's also sad. It's like if you start having a God trust when your plan is about to crash. Like when the plan is about to crash, you start praying. How do you feel about that? It gives me the same feeling. So I'm afraid even to tell myself that this situation had an impact on the way I behave. The truth is that all the changes that people say, these are amazing changes for me because I have time with my family, I give power to the time with people, etc. The truth is that for my person, I've already made that start. I already, before COVID, way before COVID, I wanted to recenter, not in an egoistical way, to me, to understand myself and to live in peace with myself so that I can love people more and I can be in peace more with people. So I already started this process, to say the truth.
Okay. Nizzar, do you have something else to say to
Um,
us?
yeah, I mean, if you allow me to give a message, I'd give a message of hope out of this. Of course, we are losing family, we're losing friends, we're losing beloved people. But this is an opportunity for us to become uh, just to understand ourselves. Just if we just keep this as an opportunity to understand how we behave with people and how we behave with things, and we just start to change things in our family, like with my son or with my wife or with my father, with my mom. If we just all of us do that, this is an opportunity to change the world. The problem is that everyone is starting to try to find the right application, to find the right way of behaving with people, to change the world in a big scale. And I think if you really want to make a change, you got to start with the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson used to say.
Okay, Nizar, was a pleasure. Thank you very much, and we keep in touch for in 6 months. I will call you again to see if your opinion has changed.